Scott Helmer here. Thanks for clicking on my video, Pros and Cons of Online Education. Currently, I'm a special education teacher at a charter school in California. Before that, I was a personal trainer and fitness industry person for over 20 years and a football coach and an athlete myself. And I can remember not going back to college myself until I was probably in my 30s. And I didn't even finish my teaching credential until I was in my 40s because it was a decision I made later in life to become an educator. I've been working in schools for, like I said, over 30 years as a coach and for 11 years as a business workforce specialist, working with high schools in the area that I lived in, helping students find jobs. So I was very familiar with education. It was a big part of what I was involved in. But when it comes to online education, it can apply for adults as well as high school students. And I work at a charter school right now, and I basically work with students that have IEPs that are in special education that are in our independent study program. And so, pros and cons of an online education. Overall, the pros are it fits your schedule. As an adult, I know that I was working full-time in the health club industry, and then also at the Sutter County Schools as a business workforce specialist. And so I didn't have the opportunity to go to college like I did when I was 18, 19, 20. I had a family, I had a full-time job. So online education for me, earning my bachelor's degree, my master's degree, as well as my teaching credentials, I was very thankful to have online education. It fit my schedule. So that's a big pro. For high school kids, independent study is a slippery slope. The school I'm at right now is one of the largest charter schools in the state of California, if not the nation. We have over 5,000 students between our independent study program and our homeschool program. And so independent study looks good on paper for a lot of these students, but there's several things you need to be, whether you're an adult or a young high school student. 3 things we call ACT. You need to be accountable, you need to have good communication skills, and you have to have time management. And that, I think, is the biggest drawback for a lot of people, especially young people, when they're looking at independent study or an online course of study. You have to do it. You have to be accountable. 80% of it is going to be on you, the student, whether you're an adult or you're in high school. There's no teacher to tell you what to do. You have to have a good schedule, and then you have to be able to communicate to your teacher or your adjunct faculty what your needs are. What the deadlines are, making sure you understand that. So, it's a tough way for a lot of people to learn. The other thing is the accountability. Again, you are the one that is accountable for your education, and so that puts a lot of pressure on some people. But again, the main thing is the flexibility in time. If you get on a good schedule during the day, if you're a high school student, you can get it done. We've had a lot of successful students at the school that I'm at. And as an adult, I can tell you from my experience, it definitely worked for me. It fit my schedule. I was able to get my work done in the evenings when I got home and even on the weekends. And again, it's a time commitment either way, but once you get on a schedule, it works. So like I said, those are the pros and the cons. It's really an individual decision. I think online education works. And I think you're going to see a trend in that more and more as technology continues to improve in people's schedules. I think back to when I was going back to school and doing a lot of it online. The reasons why I had to is because I had a full-time job. And I think I would have liked to have had more of a campus experience if I didn't have to go to work 40 hours a week and coach afterwards and not be able to go to my classes. I sometimes would have to go to the actual campus, but maybe only a couple times a month. But even then, that was a long day. So the nice thing about what I do now, working online, is I have my own business. So if I wanted to go back to school, I could actually go to the campus because of what I've been able to do recently in the last year with my online business. So again, along with the pros and cons of online education, if you're interested in seeing what I do on a daily basis, click the link below. www.maxforcemarketing.com and take a look at what I do to have the time freedom to kind of do what I want to do. So I'm glad, and I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll be talking to you real soon.